2000 vocabulary words, set 16. Precipitate. Cause something to happen quickly, suddenly, unexpectedly, or prematurely before expected, wanted, needed, or desired. Throw headlong, hurl downward. Fall downward suddenly and dramatically. Precipitous. Quite steep. Occurring suddenly or dramatically. Precise. Accurate, exact, meticulous or exacting. Preclude. To make something impossible or prevent. To deter or impede something from happening. Precocious. Especially of children, unusually advanced or mature in development, especially mental development. Appearing or developing early. Precursor. A person or thing that goes before another person or something else and that often leads to or influences its development. Forerunner, harbinger. Predecessor. The previous occupant of a post or a role. Something that comes before another related thing. Predicament. A difficult, uncomfortable, embarrassing or dangerous situation that is often difficult to get out of. Predict. To say that something is going to happen before it actually does. To foretell. To announce in advance. Predilection. A personal preference towards something. A special liking of something. Predominant. The most powerful. The most common. Superior or supreme. Predominantly. Chiefly. Mainly. Principally. Preeminent. Superior. Excelling or more important than others. Outstanding. Preliminary. Introductory. Leading up to the main event or thing. Prerogative. A privilege or something that one is permitted to do that others aren't. An advantage. A right. Presentiment. A feeling that a negative or unfortunate event is about to occur or is going to occur in the near future. A premonition. Presume. To believe something is true, despite not knowing whether or not it is. To act in a certain way, even though you don't have the right to behave that way. Presumption. The act of assuming. Something assumed. The act of believing something without seeing proof. Presumptuous. Going beyond what is right or proper and not showing enough respect, especially because of an excessive self-confidence or arrogance. Pretentious. Trying to appear or sound as more impressive, successful, or important than someone really is, especially in matters of art and literature. Pretext. A false reason or motive that you pretend to have in order to hide your real reason or motive for doing something. Excuse. Prevaricate. Stray away from or avoid telling the truth by not directly answering a question. Speak or act falsely or misleadingly. Prevaricator. Avoid telling the precise truth by not directly answering a question. A person who has lied or who lies repeatedly. Liar. Previous. Anterior. Something coming or occurring before another event. Prior. Primary. Fundamental, principal. Basic, essential. Happening first. Prime. Chief. Most important. Of the highest quality. Primeval. Primordial. Related to or from the earliest time, especially when referring to the origin of Earth. Original. Principal. Most important. Main. First in rank or order. Principle. A basic rule or law. A standard of behavior or morals. Prior. Coming before. Preceding. Previous or former. Priority. Something that is considered to be extremely important and has the ability to take place before other things. Possessing the right to come before others. Pristine. Unspoiled, uncorrupted. New and in good condition. Pure. Procedure. A way of doing something. A medical treatment. Course of action. Proceed. To continue onward. To advance. To begin something. Process. A series of happenings or actions that lead to a specific result. A naturally occurring series of changes. Proclivity. An inclination towards something. A natural propensity or tendency. A predisposition to want to do something, especially when referring to something bad. Procrastinate. Delay or postpone doing something unpleasant or burdensome, until a future time, especially out of habitual carelessness or laziness. Postpone or delay needlessly. Procure. Obtain something, especially with care, effort, or difficulty. Obtain a sexual partner, especially woman, for another, for the purpose of prostitution. Prodigal. Carelessly and foolishly wasting a lot of money, time, or supplies, etc. Extremely generous, lavish. Extremely abundant, profuse. Prodigious. Very great or impressive in size, force, or extent, enormous. Extraordinary, marvelous, wonderful, amazing. Profane. To defile. To show a lack of respect for objects considered to be sacred or holy. To violate. Professional. Relating to or suitable for a specific profession. Performing an activity to earn money instead of to relax or have fun. Possessing the necessary qualities. Profound. Very deep. Of a state, quality, or emotion, very great. Of a disease or disability, very severe. Of a subject or idea, intellectually deep, entering far into subjects. Of a person or statement, having or showing deep thought or wisdom. Profuse. Created or given in large amounts, generous, plentiful, given abundantly or magnanimously. Prohibit. To forbid or ban. To not allow or permit. To officially ban. Prohibitive. Something that discourages one from doing something. Restricting people from doing something. Project. A scheme or a plan. A proposal. A task which requires work to be done. Proletarian. A member of the working class. Proliferate. To increase or grow at a rapid pace. To multiply or reproduce quickly. Prolific. Producing a large amount of something, especially fruit, offspring or works. Bountiful, fruitful or productive. Promote. To raise in rank. To encourage or support. To encourage people to buy something. To give publicity to. Promulgate. To put an official decree or law into effect via official announcement. To make something publicly known by officially announcing it. Pronouncement. A formal and official announcement. Propensity. A tendency or natural inclination to behave in a certain way. A preference. Propitiate. Make a god, spirit, or person pleased, less angry, or regain their favor by giving or doing something that pleases them. Appease, conciliate. Propitious. Likely to result in or show success. Something advantageous. Benevolent, favorable. Proponent. A person who is actively in favor of something. A supporter. An advocate. Proportion. The amount of something in relation to the whole. The comparative size or degree. The relation between size and number. Prosaic. Lacking in interest, imagination, originality, or excitement, commonplace or dull, matter of fact or unimaginative. Proscribe. To make something no longer be lawful, to prohibit, legally. To banish. To forbid. To denounce. Prospect. The ability to do something, especially in the future. A possibility. Chances or opportunities for success. Perspective. Something in the future that is expected or predicted to happen. probable or likely to happen. Prosperity. A successful, flourishing, or thriving condition, especially in financial respects, good fortune, wealth, success, etc. Protagonist. One of the main characters of a story. A leader of a cause or movement. Protean. Ever-changing. Versatile and able to change form, shape or meaning quickly. Able to play many roles. Protocol. The rules and regulations governing certain situations. A record of a transaction. A formal diplomatic agreement between two or more countries. Provident. Making arrangements for the future and showing foresight. Preparing for the future, especially by saving money for possible emergencies. Provincial. From or related to a specific province. An unsophisticated person from the country. Showing narrow-minded or unsophisticated thought or ideas. Provocative. Provoking or tending to provoke, as to action, thought, feeling, etc., inciting, stimulating, irritating, or vexing. Causing people to become sexually excited. Prudent. Careful, and using good judgment in practical matters. Careful in regard to one's own interests, provident. Cautious or discreet in conduct, circumspect, not rash. Prurient. Expressing lustful behaviors or ideas. Overly interested in sex. Psychology. The study of the human mind and human behavior. Publication. Something that's been published, printed matter. The process or act of making a book, magazine or newspaper available to the public. Publish. To make a document available in digital or print format. To make something public or known. Puerile. Childish, juvenile or immature. Silly, foolish. Related to or belonging to childhood. Pulchritude. Physical beauty or attractiveness, especially related to women. Moral beauty. Pulchritudinous. Used of persons only, having great physical beauty and appeal. Punctilious. Exact in one's attention to detail, extremely correct with one's behavior. Pundit. An expert or educated person on a specific subject. An authority on a specific subject who often makes public declarations on the subject. Purchase. An object that has been bought. The act of buying something. Purloin. To take something from someone in violation of their trust. To pilfer or steal. Pursue. To follow someone or something. To hunt for or look for. Pusillanimous. Lacking courage or determination, cowardly, faint-hearted, timid. pyromania. A compulsive and irresistible want to set things on fire. Quaff. To drink or swallow hurriedly and heartily. Quagmire. A soft and wet piece of land which yields if stepped on. A complicated, dangerous or awkward situation. Quaint. Picturesque. Old-fashioned. Interesting or appealing yet quirky in an old-fashioned way. Qualitative. Relating to the quality of something. Quandary. A dilemma or a problem. A state of uncertainty. A state of doubt or confusion. Quarantine. Forced isolation in which a person or an item is kept away from the public in order to avoid the spread of an infection. Quarry. An open-air pit from which rock is excavated. A person or animal being hunted or searched for. Quell. To suppress or stop something, especially through the use of force. To pacify or soothe a previously problematic situation. Querulous. Often complaining, especially in a way that annoys other people. Quiescence. Quiet, still, inactive or motionless. Quirk. A peculiarity in one's personal behavior. An idiosyncrasy. A sharp twist or turn. Quixotic. Having or showing ideas, plans, hope, etc. that are not practical or are likely to succeed, unrealistic and impractical. Quotation. Specific words that have been directly taken from a certain source. The act of using someone else's words. Quote. To repeat someone else's words. To say something that has previously been said or written. Radical. Extreme, drastic. Supporting drastic changes. Very important. New and different. Ramble. To walk about or move about in an aimless manner. To follow a winding path. To write or talk in an aimless, uncontrolled manner. To stroll or walk for pleasure.